How a simple yet powerful strategy can help your website and business considerably. In the previous videos in this series, in video 1 we saw how people are busy, distracted and just want to get on with their days. In video 2 we saw how newspapers and billboards are designed for attention and we should be using that in web design. In video 3 we saw you need to prioritize with your content using a mobile first mentality. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about Tottta, the one thing to take away. I kind of coined that term, not really trying to be famous or anything. It's just really, it's a good way of remembering it. Tottta, the one thing to take away. On a lot of websites, things are just overkill. They're trying to bombard visitors with many messages. And what actually gets through when you're trying to bombard with many messages is absolutely nothing. It's hard enough to get a visitor to take anything away from the website. But if you're trying to push 3 or 4 or 5 even more messages to them, the high chances are that they will take away absolutely nothing from what you're trying to design and communicate. It's really a numbers game. For every element you take away, the more emphasis and power you're given to the other elements and the other messages. One strong message is much more effective than a few weak ones. So let's have a look at an example. On this website, they are using the share your work, and share your work is repeated even in the top navigation, in the main headline. It continues throughout the page until you get the footer. Again, it says share your work with the world on the left with strong call to actions. There's really only one thing to take away from this site, and they've designed it very well, and that is share your work. So if anyone else is having a conversation about it, and then they can then enter that website, their conversation about sharing. Another example is a really well put together site. It's all about emphasizing that it's a really tough endurance and survival race right throughout that page. There's strong call to action, and they're backing up everything with design and rugged type. And when you reach the footer, you get to a strong call to action, get 2021 race updates, and everything is kind of gone behind this ruggedness of the site. So what you're taking away from that is the kind of theme of ruggedness, and anytime you think about that kind of theme, you're going to be thinking about that site again. A really good site. I like both those examples I've just shown. They've got one thing to take away, Tottta. So everything, by trying to do, just reiterating the point, but trying to do and get across everything, you're likely to get across absolutely nothing. I really like this quote as well. It says, perfection is achieved not when there's nothing more to add, but when there's nothing left to take away. And that's from Anton de Saint-Exupéry, if I've not butchered his name. You can also use the Tottta kind of way of thinking in emails. In an email, when you are sending out, you only really want to try and talk to one person, and I'll get to that in a future video, with one message, and again, the one thing to take away. You're not trying to get many messages across in that email. One thing and one call to action. There's no question left what they should be doing in an email. So you can use that in emails, you can use it in any communication. Just don't try and get loads of things across. Try and get one thing across and make it really strong and powerful, and that will lead to effective design. And a great quote I'm going to kind of close this episode on is, a confused mind never buys. And just reiterate again, if you're going to try and get across everything, you're likely to try and get across nothing. So the Tottta of Tottta is, people are distracted. Give them one thing to take away, not many. So next episode, I'm going to cover hierarchy in scanning. It sounds a little bit boring, but it's really quite important. Then hopefully the next episode after that, we will get on to finally getting into a design package and actually designing some elements with all the theory and background stuff that I've put into these first 4 or 5 videos. Okay guys, talk soon. Thanks for watching.